Solutions of a quadratic equation on a graph. Now when it comes to finding out the solutions of a quadratic equation, there are four methods, I would say. There are four methods. We will discuss each of these four methods one by one. The first one is the graphical method. Now every quadratic equation has a related quadratic function. Every quadratic equation has a related quadratic function which can be written as f of x equals ax square plus bx plus c. And the shape of this function is, it's a very special shape and it's a very special curve. It's called a parabola. Now you might have heard of this term parabola, or you might have seen the shape of the parabola. It looks like this. It goes infinitely in both the directions. This is the graph of a parabola. And also there is one more thing, that the points at which this parabola intersects the x-axis. So for example, if I take this parabola and I put it over here. Let's say this is the graph of some quadratic equation. Then the points at which this graph is, intersecting the x-axis. So this point, and this point. So these 2 points are called the solutions of the quadratic equation. Okay, and the solutions are sometimes also called zeros of the quadratic function. So zeros of the quadratic function, or roots of the quadratic equation. So you will see these 3 words used interchangeably: solutions, zeros, roots. We use the term zeros when we are talking about a function or a polynomial, and we use the term solution or root when we are talking about equation. So this is the first case. In this case you will get 2 solutions. Let me write here. Here you'll get 2 solutions. 2 solutions. Then another case could be that the graph intersects the x-axis at exactly 1 point. So for example, something like this. So this graph is intersecting the x-axis. It's not even intersecting, it's touching the x-axis at just 1 point. So this is the case of one solution. And then there is the case of 0 solutions or no solution. And this is the case where the graph does not touch the x-axis at all. So there is no point of intersection with the x-axis. So this is the case of no solution. Alright, now let's go to Desmos and actually see these 3 cases. Let me bring my pen. For example, if I plot the graph for y equals x square plus 4x plus 3. So these 2 points, -3 and -1, are the solution to the this quadratic equation. Then Let's see a case of one solution. If you notice, I'm using the same examples as I took in the previous video. Wait, where is the graph? I think we need to zoom in. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. So this will be y equals. So this is the case of one solution, only one real solution. And then the case of no solution would be the third example that I took in the previous video. 1/2 times x square minus 3x plus 6. All right. So you can see that these three quadratic equations are the examples to the three cases that I told you. The red one is the case where you have two solutions. The blue one is the case of one real solution, and the green one is the case of no real solution.